YouTube. I am trying to become a full-time artist in 3 months, and we are currently already 3 weeks in at the time of making this video. It's just kind of scary because not much progress has happened, honestly. But you know, it's the tortoise that won that race. Oh. There are currently a few different projects that I'm working on, and one of them I want to get done within this 3 months. It is a huge project. If you're following my Instagram, you already know some stuff about it. I haven't really talked too much about it. You've maybe just watched me do a little bit of it. They're all 36 by 36s. They're all gonna have 2 layers. That's about all that everyone knows at this point. Acrylic paint layer. That's what I'm doing right now to this one. And then there's gonna be a chalk layer that I'm gonna put on top. These pieces play on ephemeral art. If you don't know what that is, it's usually nature. It's art that will disappear, and that's what the chalk layer is for. It's going to be a layer that will eventually go away, and that's its purpose. The project itself is called Every Excuse. It's kind of almost like an extension to a collection I did a little less than a year ago called Stuck, which of course explored feelings of feeling stuck in life. Here is that project Stuck that I'm talking about. I had a solo show last year at Conwood Center for the Arts, all about this theme of feeling stuck in my life. Here are a few of the paintings. This is it up in the gallery itself. But yeah, basically this new project does kind of connect to the same feeling, and I'll talk about that more in a second, but I wanted to show you a little reference to what I'm even talking about here. And this, it's called Every Excuse, so it's kind of like, what are my excuses for staying stuck at this point? I've realized I feel stuck, but why am I stuck? And what part am I playing in feeling stuck, you know? It's funny because like a lot of the things I make excuses for, like procrastinate on, it's stuff I like doing and like want to do, you know, but I just have every excuse in the world not to do it. I often use art as a way to kind of process something in a way. Like, it's not so much, like, it's almost like I'm already self-aware of it, but the art making process is taking it from myself out of my body into something else that I can release. I can let it go now that it's out of me, now that it is seen, you know. And I have a good example of this because I actually made a piece years ago at this point. I'm someone that kind of would get repeated dreams a lot, and so I painted every single repeated dream I had onto one painting, and since then some still come up, but I don't have those dreams anymore. And I feel like that piece was a great example of like, I need to get it out of me. And sometimes talking about it isn't enough. You need to see it. You need to marinate in it. The process of going through and making the art about something is forcing you to sit down with it and think about it a lot. And once you're done with it, it's like, it's okay. You've had your moment to think about it. You put it up here. So yeah, a major goal of making these art pieces is to feel like I'm actually doing something, that I'm not letting the excuse let me stop myself from doing anything. And you may be like, Erin, how is a patch of grass connected to this theme at all? You'll see. Okay, you'll see. I'm not ready to show all my cards yet, but I will. You'll see as I go. Trust me, you'll see. But yeah, this is where I'm currently at in this one. This is the first one. There's gonna be a bunch, don't worry. My goal for this week is to get this whole acrylic layer done. So there is some more to be done in this corner. I just worked more on the concrete just now. I do think it's possible if I prioritize my time correctly. Hey guys, it is future Erin here, and I just don't want you to be disappointed, so I'm letting you know I don't finish that painting. It's still at the same level. It's a week later, whatever. You will not believe how long this grass took. It took like 10 hours. Too long. no one should be painting grass for 10 hours. I want you guys to know last week I got this ring light and I love it. I think the lighting with it is so much better than without it. It's working and I want to film my content. You know, I'm trying to be so much better with social media and posting on social media as an artist. Obviously I'm doing this film for my Instagram, a little progress video. It's more of a art creation process video, and I'm gonna be making a little portrait of the dogs that I live with. But here's the cool thing, this is the frame that it's in. Look at this. I love this frame. I love how it opens so much. But yeah, I'm gonna film that with my ring light, which is awesome, and you know, do that. If you have seen those videos and you're like, Erin, you're wearing a different outfit, I filmed the intro on a different day. Secrets out, filmed it on a different day. I don't think I'll be showing any progress on here. I'll show the finished piece, but gotta be vertical for Instagram, so. Okay, hey guys. It is the next day. I am getting so bored with my lawn. I've worked on it for so many days, so I'm gonna start a different part of the project. This is gonna be piece number 2. It's gonna be a couple of laundry machines, a washer, a little peek of a dryer. But yeah, I have my reference on my iPad here, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. That's my little update. So I do have a tendency to get distracted very easily. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a 2-hour timing thing, like an alarm for 2 hours, and I just have to work straight through that today. Hopefully it works and I keep my focus, but we'll see. Okay, it's been about 15-ish minutes. I forget how much of the beginning is like measuring, especially because this whole series is like flat on, just looking at this image. There's not very much like, I wouldn't say playing with the perspective because the perspective is just flat on, but someone's measuring to make sure that it's like somewhat proportionate. Anyways, yeah, we're about 15 minutes in. That's what I got. I'm gonna take a reference picture of a different door because I don't like the door from the original one. It's just plain white and I want a little more detail to work with, so I'm gonna take a picture of the door I have right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a lot more detailed of an underpainting than did the other one, because the other one was nature. It really is build as you go. This one, I feel like knowing my shadows and all of that, like a typical underpainting would show, will benefit me more for this one. So I'm gonna do the full detailed underpainting. It'll be worth it, I swear. One of my college teachers, our painting classes, they were 3-hour-long blocks, and when we started a new painting, he wanted us just to spend that whole time on the underpainting. We weren't allowed to touch the actual color yet, and you know, I'm trying to get back in that mindset of like, it's okay if it takes 3 hours just for the underpainting. I do work tonight, so I do have to stop working. But what if I just see how far I can get before my body is like, go to bed, you know? Now this is a risky game because I do wake up at like 6:30 a.m. every day, and because I want to get the whole underpainting done. I just want to feel like I've done actual work. I feel like every single time I paint, it's only in hour or 2 increments, and I just want a big chunk done. So I may sacrifice some sleep. Maybe after I get off of work, I'll get myself a little treat to, you know, reinforce myself. But, I mean, I guess you guys will know this update before I do. Okay guys, it is the next day. I did stay up later and I got this much done of that pre-paint I was talking about earlier. I was gonna do more today, but then I got distracted. Bought myself a skateboard and I'm painting the bottom. So that is today's mini project. I'm about to go to my friend's house and I'll work on it there. But you know, sometimes we need a little fun in our life. Another thing really awesome. Give me 1 second. I got 5 huge canvases today. Michael's had a great deal and I had to take it. So I got the rest of the canvases for every excuse and another 36 by 48. Honestly, I bought them and I was like, I should get even bigger ones. Those, I thought I was gonna have to go back in and ask them to hold some of them because I really struggled to get them all in the car. It was, I thought I was gonna like break the door off my car, but they are home. They're safe with me. But yeah, we're on a roll with moving forward with every excuse. We have all of our circles here. So happy Friday. I am painting the back color. You can see I already did it on that one of the new canvases. This is number 3 of 4. I did paint my skateboard. I'll show you that later. Did that on Wednesday. I didn't really paint at all yesterday, but I did practice skateboarding, so. Okay guys, this is the skateboard. Painted, perfect, beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? I love her. This pattern I used before, part of my pattern pieces. If you want to check them out, they are on my website, but I just love patterns so much and I love black line work, so did it here. I will say I may get a new board soon already, but I've only had this one a week, less than a week, but I think I do enjoy it. I do like it, so I'm gonna invest in a better board. It's a good starter board. I'll keep this forever, but I'll keep riding it for maybe the next week or two before I commit to a better, newer one. Do some research. This is also my outro. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to week 1 of my YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Pinterest maybe. I'm figuring that out now. But yeah, thank you so much. And just to give you guys a little extra, I'm gonna leave you off with this video of my 6 skills. Also, you better subscribe.